Guys, we are about to go ahead and give Miss Ariel a good old and much needed haircut. She is a Texel guinea pig, as you guys can obviously see. She has the longest and also most curliest hair. It's honestly crazy. Like, she has so much volume to it when you play with it. It's insane, just like look at it. So every now and then she will need a haircut along with her counterpart Fifi, who is her mom. So for right now, we're gonna do a little haircut on her. She also has a fairly decent sized mat on her bum that I need to cut off. I'm gonna first start off with cutting out this mat. These little bits of hair just kind of like to combine together, and also it gets hay and stuff stuck inside of it, so we're gonna toss this. So for the main portion, I need to just cut kind of like her backside, because all this hair gets pretty long. I like to keep her hair back here pretty short. As you guys can see, it's just kind of like little curls, but this is not good because it's like falling over and kind of getting down to her bum area, and she can get fairly dirty down there, so I like to keep things nice and short. So I'm going to literally just pick it up with my fingers. Fifi and Ariel are very similar. They do not like to be touched at all, like anywhere. They're very, very, very sensitive. Ariel's a little bit better. Like, she'll kind of stay put and I can kind of grab her, but with Fifi, don't even get me started. I actually ended up giving her a haircut off camera because she's just that difficult. So thankfully Ariel's just a little bit more easy to manage. Having came from a situation that was not good whatsoever, you know, they were not handled that much. So I think that just having like very low human interaction, you know, when they were growing up and when they were babies for a pretty good amount of time, like they just don't really like touch. I try to make this as quick as possible because I don't really want to stress her out too much because it's obviously not like a super enjoyable experience. So I try to make this as easy as I can for her. If I need to, I'll just kind of like wedge her in between my arm and then my chest. And then that way I can kind of just pin her down just a little bit easier. So we're just cutting off that bulk. Now, I'm no professional, so y'all are like, you're doing it wrong. That's not how you're supposed to cut a guinea pig. Well, this is how I cut my guinea pigs. As long as they're groomed enough to the point where their hair is not dragging on the ground, I am happy. It's funny too, because when you look at Ariel, she looks like a huge piggy, but she's actually fairly small. She really does not weigh that much. It's just kind of the fur that gives the appearance that she's a chunky pig, but she's actually fairly small. She's one of my smaller piggies. Same for Fifi. Ariel actually weighs more than Fifi, and Fifi actually ends up looking bigger than her when she has her hair fully grown out. The fur is a little deceiving to the eyes, guys. It is full volume. We're looking much better. So now I'm just doing like little snippets and just kind of blending everything. I do usually use like curved scissors. That's what I have. It's also what I use for my dogs, but for some reason, over time through using them so often, they've gotten really dull to the point where they have such a hard time like cutting through hair. So I don't even bother with that anymore. I also have this, which is a razor blade, which has a guard on it, which I also use for my dogs. But I do find the sound of it actually kind of works up the piggies, and I don't really like doing that. So I just opt for the scissors. And honestly, I feel like I have a little bit more control with the scissors than I do with the razor. Also, I'm not trying to take off like a huge amount of hair. I'm just kind of like grooming them and kind of like shaping a bush. We're looking much better, aren't we? For those of you who do not know, I ended up actually naming her Ariel because of the Little Mermaid. When I first rescued her, her fur was like actually like a dark brown auburn. Now it's like more orangey ginger, but when I did see that transformation happening with her kind of getting life brought back into her with like the right diet and care, I saw that her fur was changing to like an orangey color, and it wasn't until then when I decided, I was like, okay, this is definitely a pig that looks like an Ariel. So I decided to name her that, and honestly I feel like it suits her super, super well. Ariel's personality is pretty unique. There is moments when she's fairly social, but then there's moments when she's not, and she really does not want anything to do with me. I will say though that she actually loves Winston to death. That is her buddy. I will catch them sleeping at least once or twice a day inside of the same house. They love to cuddle with each other. They love to be with each other. Her mom, Fifi, she doesn't really care about her, but it's Winston that she has such a strong connection with. And that makes me really happy to see, because you guys don't know, Winston, he was actually a piggy of mine that I first got, and he's been with lots of pairings, and I really have never found that, you know, through the pairings that he has been with, that he's had like a strong connection with any of them. And it wasn't until I actually bonded him with Ariel and Fifi when I feel like he kind of found his counterpart, which feels good because now I can confidently say that he's got a really good friend in his cage. I think I actually did a really good job. I feel like this is probably like the best haircut that I'd given. This does look good. And thank you for behaving, Miss Ariel, because your mom is a little bit crazy. Like, she will not let me touch her whatsoever. But you on the other hand, actually let me. It's always scary to have to give a guinea pig a haircut too, because, you know, God forbid you nick them. I don't want to be doing that. You got some long hairs right here too. It's so cute because like this hair is straight, but then like the hair back here is super curly. She's such a little supermodel. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. Look how much better she looks. We got off a good amount of hair. She's got her good old round booty, which is nice and groomed and trimmed. So we shouldn't have to give her another haircut for a little bit of time, which is good. Do you feel much better, Missy? You look very cute. You look even cuter when you came. I did also want to update you guys about the sample in their cage. This is actually a sample I got made of a new product I'm going to be launching in the future on the pig room. This is our fleece liner. It's now been in the cage for the last 3 days. And guys, I can confidently say that this is 100% going to be an item that I'm going to be introducing. The pee has gone through so easily, no staining. I mean, it's just super, super easy. Also, when it comes to spot cleaning, the hay, the poop, and the shavings come up so easily. And then another thing is that when I am spot cleaning with my shop vac, you guys know that thing is super, super powerful. This thing does not move whatsoever. The fleece does not get sucked up, which I love. And that's all really thanks to the quilting pattern. So because the fleece is actually stitched down like the entirety of it, there's really just no opportunity for this to actually be pulled up. So that is a huge plus, and I'm very happy about that. So I'm actually going to demonstrate that for you guys so you can see how I spot clean their cage. So let's go ahead and get it clean because y'all can see there's just so much poop. So let's go ahead and get it clean.
Yeah, you might think you found the alchemy to soften all her edges. Yeah, you might think you got the melody that plays with all her edges. So pour yourself another round. She's the storm. The melody that plays with all her legends. So pour yourself another round. She's the storm dancing in the eye. And baby, you can tame her wild. Go ahead and try, but you can water.
Alrighty, so here is the cage all nice and clean. It's kind of crazy, you guys, like the fact that this has been in the cage for 3 days now and it looks this clean just with following with daily spot cleans is insane. It literally looks like I did a full cage clean just now. So this is 1000% going to be something that I'm going to be introducing to the pig room. It will take some time for this product to be out because it's going to take a lot of time to actually have this be put into production, which is very timely, and also with shipping it takes so long. So this is probably going to be something that comes out in the spring. As I told you guys, Ariel and Winston are literally in love with each other. They're in the house right now. Love just cuddling in the same house. It is the cutest thing ever. Oh my goodness, you guys love each other. And then there's Fifi, and I kind of feel bad because I kind of always leave her out, but I guess she is the mom after all. And, you know, she kind of just holds down the fort, so I guess she doesn't really mind. Every single time that I have the camera in the cage, she's always putting her face in it. She loves the camera. You want to say hi to everyone, Missy? Say hi. Look how much better Ariel looks. She looks nice and plump. She doesn't look as crazy. Her hair's not dragging on the floor. Oh, I have a feeling that she's telling me right now that she wants some more hay in her litter box, so let's go ahead and do that. For those of you who do not know, I give my piggies orchard grass hay, which I order from chewy.com. This is by the brand Oxbow. It's the 75-pound box, which is about $75, so $1 per pound. It is fairly expensive, yes. You can find cheaper options, like at local farms or Tractor Supply. You really just cannot beat the quality of this hay. I've been ordering this for over a year now, and it's always been amazing. working, and my piggies really enjoy it. So they say that you shouldn't fix something that's not broken. So I'm probably gonna stick with this for a long time. You guys can just see it's lush, it's green, it's soft. It's also kind of peace of mind knowing that it's less chance of hay pokes because it is so lush. So that's also another thing that I do enjoy about this hay. We'll come over here and then slowly put it down. Oh, thank you, Ariel. She moved nicely. And of course the piggies will go right for it because they seriously love this hay so much. Fifi, I mean, she'll go in the litter box sometimes, but she just loves being on the outside and just putting her little paws on the litter box and then doing her business on the outside. My goodness, guys, look at that little mouth. Look at that little mouth. I feel like she deserves some like country music in the background because she's chewing on some hay right now. The one thing I will never ever change about her is her mohawk. You guys can see that is her most defining quality that I love so much. When I do haircuts, that's the one place that I actually avoid because I find it to be the cutest. And she just looks like a little rock star. I mean, it's like the cutest little quality about her. So that mohawk will forever stay there. Hi, Mr. Winston. How you doing? I know you probably want some camera time as well. People love you, don't they? Yeah. You're the most popular piggy in the pig room. He also happens to be the most social. He is literally a dog. I mean, you guys can see I can pet him, I can wiggle him. It's just one special piggy. I literally love him so much. Literally since he was a baby, since the day that I got him, he was super, super, super social. And he's been like that ever since. He is one of the best piggies that I own. Yeah, I'm talking about you, mister. The people love you. You say hi? Hi. I did actually have a couple comments on one of my videos where people were asking me where I got my cages from. I actually built these. I did not purchase these anywhere from like a website where they were like pre-constructed. I actually sourced all of the different parts to construct this myself. So I figured maybe I could just tell you guys where I got everything from in case you're interested in building a cage similar to this one. So this is what's considered to be a CNC cage. That's cubes and chloroplast. The cubes being these wire grids and the chloroplast being this white base on the bottom. These grids I purchased from Amazon. These are the 12-inch ones. They do have 14-inch ones. Those are more commonly used for 2-grid wide cages, but I have the 3-grid wide. If I did a 3-grid wide with the 14-inch grids, the cage would probably come out to like here, and it would just be way too deep for me to actually reach the back. So I opted for the 12-inch grids. So this is 3 feet wide by 7 feet wide. They live in a 3x7. So these are just metal cubes. They're typically used for like storage units. So you can put like shoes or clothes or just honestly anything you want on them, but they are very famously known to be used for guinea pig cages. I'll actually provide a link for these down below in case you guys want to get them. For building a cage like this, that's pretty big, you will need a decent amount. I think this is probably, I want to say maybe like 2 boxes of grids or like 3. There's 32 grids, I believe, in each box. So I'm not sure of exactly how many I use, but at least 2 for sure. The reason why there's so many grids that's needed to construct this cage is because there's actually grids on the bottom to like make a base of the cage for this white chloroplast to sit on. And then we have grids all the way in the back, as you guys can see. So there's a whole lot of grids. And then once you have your grids, the most important part, in my opinion, is the chloroplast. Now, this is something that can get a little tricky if you're doing it yourself. I actually had found a supplier who could make chloroplast for me to custom fit my cages. So I outsourced that, and they actually scored and did everything for me. So as you guys can see, like it came folded up so it could ship to me easily. So there's these little divots right here, but I sent them over the exact cage size that I needed with the measurements of the walls and the sides. I actually opted to do a 4-inch front and then 4-inch sides and then a 10-inch back. This way I could see the piggies, but also the mess could stay in. And then for the back side, I mean, I don't really need to see the piggies back there. So the main purpose for having a 10-inch wall was just to keep in the mess. I typically like to actually use my litter boxes in the back corners of my cages. So there's a lot of hay that actually spills out that way. So having a higher wall helps to keep the hay inside of the cage and not falling in the back of the cage. You can actually make this yourself. They sell it at Home Depot. It's just called chloroplast or corrugated plastic. They come in 4 feet by 8 foot sheets and also a couple other smaller sizes. If you're doing something like this, you probably want to have one solid sheet so it's completely waterproof and there's no seams for any pee to seep through. So it is pretty necessary to have a big truck or you can rent something because these sheets are really, really big. Thankfully, I drive a rather large SUV, so I had no troubles whatsoever fitting this inside of it. I didn't actually fit this one inside of it. I fit in other ones in the past because this one actually was obviously shipped to me, as I just said. But yeah, you definitely want a big car because those things are really, really big. And because so many of you guys actually ask me, like, this is the material. It's literally just a, I don't know, it's kind of like a flexible plastic. It's really hard, it's really sturdy, but also soft at the same time. If you guys know what those yard signs are made out of when there's like a yard sale or a house for sale, and they're kind of like in the ground. This is exactly the type of material that it's made out of. If you guys do want a video of me like actually building a guinea pig cage from scratch, you can let me know and I'll be more than happy to do that. I don't really have any room within this room to build it, so I think I'll have to like go somewhere else, maybe my studio, to actually build one. But I'd be more than happy to give you guys a tutorial on how to actually build one in case you are interested in actually getting guinea pigs. There aren't a whole lot of videos out there in terms of how to DIY a cage, so if I could give you guys a tutorial to help you guys out, it would make me really happy, because I know these things can be really stressful, especially when it comes to constructing the coroplast, because that will give you the biggest headache if you do not know how to do it and have instructions to follow. Yeah, just comment down below and I would be more than happy to do so. Also, our new litter boxes are officially launched on our website. I am so excited. I have been working on these for actual months and also been waiting them for a very long time. So the fact that they're finally here and going out to your piggies makes me so freaking happy. We had so many people order them the first day that we launched them. I've been seeing your guys' photos and videos of your piggies enjoying them. So thank you so much. If you guys do end up ordering these, please tag me on Instagram, either in your posts or your stories, because it makes me so happy to see our products in use. I mean, just look at Fifi. She loves the litter box. It's literally the best. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I really do like it because the mess is just so much better. It's not as crazy. Before, I was doing pig mats with a hay pile. I was trying hay racks. I was doing like coroplast litter boxes. I've tried literally everything on the market. I was like, you know what? Nothing is working out for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and develop a litter box that works for me and the piggies, and I finally did it and I'm so happy with it. Can we also just take a moment? Do you guys see this right now? What are you doing, Mikey? You just hanging out in the sun? You just want the rainbow on you? Loves being in the pig room, guys. As soon as he hears the noise of the camera turn on, he runs in here and he literally just wants to hang out with me while I'm filming. It's the cutest thing ever. Gift shops running a little bit low, especially on this last basket right here. So we do need to do a little restock soon, but I do actually want to give them some new toys. So I think we're going to give them a Timothy kebab right here. And honestly, you cannot go wrong with the Timothy poop. Every single pig out there in the world loves these so much. And you may think I'm exaggerating, guys. If you have not gotten one of these for your piggies, I can guarantee you, and I can probably say this 100%, they will go for this immediately, like as soon as you put it inside of your cage, and this thing will be gone and demolished and like cease to exist in 24 hours. We're gonna put our Timothy kebab right over here. I have a feeling that they'll probably realize that it's in the cage very soon. We'll also put in our Timothy poop right here. You guys see what's happening right now. Look at Winston's like very aware right now. He knows what's happening. Okay, I'm gonna put this to the test, you guys. As soon as I put this in the cage, just wait. Just wait. Immediately, guys. Immediately. I cannot make this stuff up. These things are so addictive to the piggies. So they're made out of really crunchy Timothy hay, which is obviously something that piggies need 24/7. Winston has his paws in it because he's trying to protect it. Winston will get a little territorial over these things because he does not want the other piggies enjoying it. It's the funniest thing ever. They decided to go for the Timothy kebab now. This is also another staple in the pig room. Very delicious as well. Is that good, buddy? You like your Timothy kebab? It's very yum, isn't it? He's so cute, guys. I love him. I had the Winston itch where I gotta give you some love. I hope you guys liked hanging out with me and the piggies in this fun little cute video. If you guys have any questions for me, as always, please leave them down below. If you guys like this video, you know the drill. Thumbs up and subscribe for more videos every single week. And until then, I hope you and your piggies are happy, safe, and healthy. Bye, guys.